Alright guys, so what is going down, and welcome to another vid. Now, pretty interesting times that we're currently living in. Filming this is currently Saturday the 21st of March, and talking about what's going on, I want to do a different update on that. Maybe I'll do it this week, but regardless, there's going to be a lot of you guys watching this around the place who are, on lockdown. Here in Australia, we're not on a lockdown yet, but I can't imagine that we won't be over the next couple of weeks. So I highly recommend, if you're not on lockdown, that you try and get some fitness supplies. For all we know, gyms could be shut down for the next couple of months. I really think it's going to start happening. It hasn't happened in Gold Coast here yet in Australia, but I really have a feeling it's going to start happening just looking at what's going on around the place. So it's an interesting time nevertheless, but I'd recommend a few things. If you can get anything, I'm going to recommend some fitness equipment. Obviously, people in lockdown, you won't have this equipment, which is why we've got a workout which you can hit in this video without equipment. If I'm to recommend any equipment, ab roller, really good. Get a mat from your Kmart here in Australia. You can get mats for like $10. Skipping rope will be really good. Medicine ball, slam ball will be good. A couple of dumbbells obviously would be preferable. And definitely one thing that's going to be handy, we'll be having a indoor pull-up bar. So I got this from Kmart today for $12, but regardless, today's workout, that's if you don't have the stuff. I know some people are in lockdown, they can't actually go out and buy fitness gear. I don't know if Amazon and websites like that are delivering even fitness gear. So I've got a workout today which you can basically hit with just 2 big tubs of water. We got the cats in their little enclosure here. We got Blaze and we got Blue over there. They're just chilling. But yeah, like I was saying, with fitness stuff, some of you guys might not be able to get equipment. It might be too late. Like I said, if you're here in Australia or New Zealand, I recommend just going and spending $50, $60 on some basic fitness equipment in case you can't train in the gym for the next couple of months. In terms of the seriousness of the situation and stuff, I might do a vid this week talking about my opinion on everything, where I see things going, but we're going to keep this video pretty positive and good. And there's going to be a lot of positive which does come from this whole thing, even if we don't see it right now, or if it's going to feel like we've got a hard couple of months. We just got to make the most of it. And yeah, we're going to get straight into this workout. This is going to be a full body circuit which you can do, so every day, and we're going to do, depending, 3 rounds, but I'm going to just show you guys 1 round of the circuit here. So we're going to start from the bottom of our bodies, which is our calves. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab these. So each one's 10 liters, which is 10 kgs each. In terms of pounds, I think that's 22.5 pounds, not so sure on the pounds, but we're just going to be doing some standing calf raises. So you just want to be having these down by your side and just raising up. Get right in on the calf there. Just trying to stay on the balls of our feet. And just getting the maximum contraction at the top. Now it's quite hard to balance with your calves, especially if you're not locked in on a machine, like a normal standing machine. But again, this is going to be good these next couple months for your stabilizers and all that kind of stuff, especially if you've got some jugs of water to work with. So once you're done calf raises, next exercise will be we're going to do there's 2 options. So we've got what I'd usually do as a dumbbell floor deadlift, but you can do that with these jugs. So straight arms, keeping everything nice and tall, abs locked in, chest up, shoulders back. It's basically coming down as if you're in a deadlift and then being strong up the top. The closer your feet are together, the more of your outer quad you're going to hit. The more wide stance, you're going to hit more of your inner quad. So just depending on how you want to build, a neutral stance is always good. Up nice and tall. So on everything, you just want to be going on a rep range of where you're kind of coming close to failure. So with calves, probably going to be up around that 20 to 30 rep range. For anything like these squat variations, it's not super heavy weight. Maybe for some of you guys it is. Just failing anywhere from, this is literally, you can do it in your rep range that you want. So 10, 20, 30 reps, whatever you want. Another option, as opposed to that, if you want to hit your legs, some front squats. Usually you'd have kettlebells facing outwards. And we're just doing goblet squats. Just keeping up nice and tall. pushing through your heels, dropping into that hole there, keeping everything up tall. Two more. Definitely the minimum you want to do for any exercise is probably going to be around that 10 to 12 rep range. So just going to grab a drink. Check out this nice view out here. Not so bad on the balcony after all. So as we're making our way up the body, we've done calves, we've done our quads, and you know, a little bit of supportive hamstring glutes. Not so much anything that's a squat, you're mainly quad focused with that. Next up, we're going to be doing some hamstrings, so we're going to be doing some straight-legged deadlifts. So just locking the legs in nice and strong, slight lock in the knee, just coming down as low as you can, and then contracting up. So getting a nice stretch on the back of the hamstrings, and then contracting up, squeezing the glutes in as well. Just sitting back in that pocket. Again, you'll notice I'm trying to keep my lower back in as well. What this is going to do is going to hit our hamstrings, so everything behind the back of our legs. So a good 12 to 15 reps on those will be good. Next up, just some basic push-ups. So nothing crazy here. Anything where your feet are going to be elevated, you're going to be hitting more of your upper chest, so maybe that'll be worth doing. Slight elevation here with the ledge on the step. Again, depending on your hand variations, you can target your chest differently. Sometimes I like to come a bit closer, keep my elbows down. I find I can get more of a squeeze through the upper part of my chest doing it like this. If you really want to come in closer as well, hand grips very close together like a diamond. You're going to really smash your triceps. So we've got plenty of different options for the push-ups. Next up, we're going to do some shoulder raises, so some sides delt raises. So basically, just going to be up tall, just bringing these out. Just trying to do it nice and slow without momentum. It's easy to lose control of these water jugs because the weight distributes differently each time you lift it. Just going to smash the side delts. Again, with this workout routine, you can just take these exercises and mix them as you want. Next up, front raises. If 10 kg jugs are too heavy for you, you can usually get 5 kg ones in the supermarkets as well. So already you can see, got a good sweat going on. That's always going to happen whenever you do a full body workout, especially if it's like anything that's a circuit. You're going to get your heart rate up, you're going to get a sweat building. Next exercise. What? Trying to get upward. We can't let the cats out because birds fly past and sometimes they just like act like they're going to jump up, and I don't want them to jump off the balcony. So that's why they're in there if anyone's wondering. We're going to be doing bent over dumbbell rows. So we're going to do double arm. We're just going to have basically mainly our core sucked tight, but our lower back in as well, and trying to open up our chest. So really good posture, just pulling and squeezing back. The further back we can pull our elbows, we're going to be squeezing all our rhomboids and lower traps up on the back there. And that's what we really want to do. Any exercise we're doing today, because we don't have access to our usual weights, we just really want to get a lot more squeeze and contraction. So almost even holding that contraction up the top, pinching everything back behind there, focusing on that thickness in the back. So again, any back exercises as well are going to incorporate your biceps as a secondary muscle used. But for the sake of this vid, I want to show you guys as many different exercises as we can do. So we're going to do some arms now. So we've done our calves, we've done our quads, we've done our hamstrings, we've done our chest, we've done our side shoulders, front shoulders, and we've done our back. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna get into some arms. First of all, we're gonna hit our triceps. So, you wanna lie down on the ground, get your knees up, and get these in a position where your arms are straight, locked above your head. And we're gonna be coming down, locking our elbows in, but just coming down with our wrists, and bringing these beside our head, and then pushing up. We're just going for like probably 11, 12 of these. Just nice and slow, controlling the tricep there. In terms of which head of the tricep this is hitting, it really feels like it's just kind of hitting both heads equally. I'd say if anything, a bit more short head has been hit. Keeping those elbows locked. Actually getting a pretty decent pump here. Next exercise, and this is going to be the second to last, we're just going to be doing standard bicep curls. So you can do this double arm or single arm, however you want to do it. Probably just do some singles for the vid here, but you'll be surprised the handles on these are not too uncomfortable, and you can actually get a pretty good curl with these. Just basically going for about 10 to 12 each arm. Just want to keep the fingers loose as well. Sometimes you'll start to feel a little bit of pressure on the wrist, which probably isn't the best, but again, we're not using dumbbells, we're doing what we can with water jugs. Like, if you're going to find any wrist pains or anything like that, probably just call it on certain exercises, but for the most part, you should be fine. Now, last exercise I'm going to show you guys, just your standard trap shrugs. So we want to be jugs down by the side, and just full range of motion, full squeeze at the top. With shrugs, anything traps and calves, guys, I like to get a full contraction at the top. It's the most important thing you want to do. And usually I go for 20 to 25 to 30 reps. Always go higher reps for shrugs and also calf raises. Depending on how you do this, if you're upright more, you're going to hit more of your upper traps. If you're hunched over a bit more, you can actually pull these back still with your traps, so you're going to engage a bit more of the lower trap there and the rhomboids as well. Just depending on whatever's comfortable for you. Traps, doing shrugs is one of the kind of exercises we can get away with slouching a bit more, because you're going to actually get a further range of motion. But for any exercise we're doing, we're trying to keep our posture good. Shrugs, you can kind of get away with less perfect posture. So there you have it, guys. I'm not sure on the exact number of exercises that was, but basically a full body circuit that you can literally do with a jug or two of water. Very handy in these times. You can repeat that circuit however much you like. 3 times will probably be a good amount if you were to do this kind of every day or every second day, whatever you want to do. Again, plenty of different exercises that you can do with these. These are just a few, so if you guys get creative, let me know in the comments. Let me know as well if you found this helpful, if you want to see more exercise tutorials, anything like that. Honestly, when I first saw people putting this stuff up on like Instagram and stuff, I was like, alright, cool. A little bit gimmicky, but until you actually go into a lockdown yourself, where you can start, you know, here in Australia, we're a lot further away from things, but now it's feeling like we're getting closer to an actual lockdown. It's like, okay, this stuff's actually going to be handy. This isn't like, can be looked at as gimmicky or whatever it is, but if you actually have not got home gym equipment like I've got, like I've been fortunate enough to go out and get before any lockdowns or anything like that, a jug of water from your supermarket, you're going to be a-okay. So if you enjoyed the vid, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'll see you more on the channel, no doubt. A Freeze fan, we're getting it, you know what it is. Boom.